Do you need a charger for your laptop? Or do you have a different charger to me? Do you have a USB-C charger, is it? Happy Monday. It's time for episode 106 of Soccer Cards United, the #1 soccer card podcast. Still going. 6 episodes into our second century.
Wow.
Feeling better than ever.
You know, we're doing really well. And we're flying through the episodes because of our new numerical technique.
Right. We'll be at 200 like that.
Because people don't realise that we do 2 a week sometimes.
They don't. But now they know. Can't help but understand.
No, they must know.
This is the week in which we are going to Denmark.
Oh, yes.
For the Nordic Card Show in Copenhagen, the 24th of September.
This is my second time ever in Copenhagen.
Right.
Your first?
My first.
It's a nice city. It's a very nice city. I'm actually excited for you to see how many bicycles there are everywhere.
Right.
They don't lock them because there's so many, no one's robbing any. So they're just on the street.
Saturated.
That's what it is. Supply demand.
Interesting. So
in Dublin, there's a huge black market for bicycles.
Because there are no...
So when I went to Denmark, I was on edge. I was like, why are these all here?
Yeah. You said you must have a terrible problem with bike crime.
They said no. Because whatever... Crime is often supply demand as well.
It's like Bundesliga flagship.
You can put that anywhere and no one's going to rob it.
Just leave it. So I'm Jason, that's Enzo. And we'll start off by just checking in with our Yusuf Moukoko listing on Golden.
Oh.
Which has been up since the 14th, 5 days now. And has, I think, 10 bids. 5 bids.
You've doubled our bids. 5 bids. It is sitting at $225.
$225. Certainly a steal, considering that Yusuf Moukoko, fresh from his Champions League captaincy last week, scored the winner in Dortmund's victory over Schalke in the Riviera Derby.
The youngest ever scorer in that derby.
Wow.
And there is 5 days, 8 hours, 9 minutes left on this.
So head over to Golden.
Thing to a comp was a PSA 8 1-of-1 autograph that went for €6,300. It's about $7,000-ish.
Somewhere around that. Wow. So yeah, that'd be exciting if we saw another 0 on the end of where we are.
Oh, that'd be fantastic.
It'd be great just to be in 4 figures.
4 figures on our first ever Golden auction.
Yeah. What number lot are we on the auction?
Oh wow, we're I think 3,414.
I was hoping for
higher than that.
Lot 1.
You're hoping for lot 1?
I was hoping for lot 1.
To be honest, I think Golden doesn't have any metric past a certain lot. Like there's like a PSA 7 Cristiano Ronaldo Champion of Europe sticker that is above us in lots.
Right, okay.
So at some point they just don't care.
At some point it's just sort yourselves out.
I think that card's a card that you should care about. We'll find out.
We'll find out. So yeah, that's a little mention for Yusuf Moukoko card. Let's go straight into... I will say this, probably going to be a shorter episode than usual.
Okay.
Today, because we have a lot of prep to do for Copenhagen. So we're busy enough. Busy enough without doing this podcast.
Yeah, we have a lot to do. We need to figure out how to get wax over there.
Yeah.
In the safest way possible.
We got to figure out where we're staying in Copenhagen.
Oh shit!
Forgot to do that.
We need our accommodation. That could be pricey.
Yeah, because it's a week out.
We're leaving it late. We need to
4 days out. It's a European capital.
And there's a card show on.
Still okay. Card show on.
International break. I think Denmark are playing France.
Yep. So we know the French people in for a match.
Oh goodness.
We messed up big style. So Danish buyers, get your wallets out because
we need it.
We're gonna need to pay for this trip somehow.
Are we going to that game? Maybe.
I don't know if we're going to that game.
Mbappe will be there.
I know it'd be amazing to go, but I don't know if we are going.
Okay. Is on the Saturday or Sunday or
Sunday? I think.
So not the same day as the show.
Don't think so.
But just financially, it's not.
I think financially, it's only available on the secondary market tickets.
Oh,
sold out.
The scalpers.
The Danish scalpers.
Oh my god.
So unless somebody had, at the show, if someone's trying to do a deal with us, we could see if they have tickets to the game.
If you were smart, you'd be...
Yeah. Come to Soccer Cards and I'd be like, I see that box of Obsidian. I have 2 tickets to Denmark versus France.
And we'd be going, what seat? Like, in the bleachers?
Let's have a look.
We'd be comping it down.
Yeah. I can barely see. There's a big pillar in the way at that seat.
Yes, has obstructed view.
Yeah, give me a stadium map. So yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see about that. We did rip a box of Merlin on YouTube. I got 2 case hits.
Yeah, in one box.
So that was very exciting.
I won't ruin it. I was going to take them out, but it's on YouTube.
That's on YouTube. Yeah. So people were very excited about that. on YouTube.
Very nice response.
Somebody said I got a Jorginho match ball and a Kane in one box as well. So, Firebox, great stuff. Congrats. Oh yeah, and if
Not
anyone's
great for the
interested,
composition of boxes or cases, should I say?
no,
But-
there's something going on with the collation.
Yeah, they're all together, but it's fun when you hit.
Brian said on YouTube, first case I saw open the breaker said the match ball auto needed a 260.1 touch. So if anyone has a 260.1 touch,
Oh, let us know. Bring it to
let us
Copenhagen.
know. Bring it to Copenhagen or post it to us because we need one for our match ball
Yeah,
hit.
we don't have one.
Yeah. So here's an interesting bit of feedback from Pedro, because when we were doing it, you put something in a mag,
Yeah.
and we tend to do that when we're ripping stuff on YouTube. And Pedro said, you guys should use top loaders and penny sleeves. It should save you a nice amount on per card storage, prevents damage around the edges as well.
Yeah, no.
We do.
I love, we use top loaders. I love one touches make me happy. But I also fully understand that the edges must get damaged.
Yeah. Sometimes you just like to use a one touch because it's easier to display the card. The card just looks better.
Yeah, it looks much nicer in a one touch.
And it adds a certain dimension to the card.
Yeah. Like, we love it for the card shows.
Yeah.
People always ask us, when we're selling stuff in mags, they say, do I get the mag? Mags are hot property.
Scarce. You couldn't leave a mag line around Copenhagen
No.
as you went in to get a cup of coffee.
No.
You come back out, it's gone. Your bike is there.
Your mag is gone.
Your Ultra Pro products are
Gone.
taken away.
If
Gone.
it's 260 point, you're in trouble.
Yeah. So
That was a fun box.
fun box.
We got a good box.
Oh my god, my phone.
Grow up, Jason.
I think it's this maybe second week in a row that's happened.
To be honest, it is. That gave me the confidence to go on my phone and see what my... Nothing to do on Thursday.
Oh yeah, we could have a fun little hobby trip on Thursday.
I'll give it right. So
Clear schedule. Well, it'll have to be cleared. It's clear. We're talking for context. Enzo's talking to a friend of ours by text,
we're getting...
who we said to.
this is going to be so fun.
Can you come on a little hobby adventure with us on Thursday? We need an extra pair of hands.
I told him what we're getting without any other context.
Right.
And he's going to think you're getting it.
No.
Yeah. He says, oh.
No. Tell him
I
that's...
emoji, oh.
It's not what's happening.
It's not that.
It's not that.
Not what you think.
It's something else. It's much darker than what you think.
It's much darker.
I did want to mention... We have to mention... Maybe I didn't even want to mention it, but we have to mention the fact that Inception... The Inception product that we've all been waiting on for so long... Suddenly turned up...
In people's hands.
In people's hands in America.
In the States, yeah, where it's being produced.
It's been produced there, and people in America, including breakers, have been posting pictures of boxes full of it.
Oh, so many.
All this stuff. Starting to sell. We've seen the booklets on...
We've seen a few booklets.
On eBay.
We've seen a Maldini Baresi booklet, I believe.
Yeah, fantastic. I saw a weird other booklet. I can't remember who it was. Anyway, cards look great, as always. I wonder what point of mag you'd need for...
130, I think.
130 will do.
I think the booklets are thicker.
Right. And their booklet. Do you mag a booklet closed or open?
Oh, sorry. No, there's definitely open mags.
Right.
Don't know about closed.
But
But I think there's some are thicker. You need multiple types of...
you need to have a whole...
Yeah, I think 130 might be for patches.
Okay.
Because there are some patch cards in it.
Yeah.
Whereas the base cards might be one... No, it could be 75 maybe.
Okay.
I think 75.
Do you know, based on all this, Inception would be a great product to rip in a shop, in a hobby shop.
Oh, yeah.
Where
that has all that.
Yeah, you're just opening it and you're like, hey, Bill, could I get a 130?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah.
There you go.
That'd be great. But anyway, it's in the US. People are opening it. We haven't gotten it here in Europe. But we're hoping soon.
Hoping very soon.
We've been waiting for several months.
Yeah, but a huge delay on that. Not too much conversation even about the delay, but there's been a huge delay.
The anticipation has been building.
Rightfully so. It was a big hit last year.
We had one person that pre-ordered it on soccercardsunited.com and then said, I've been waiting too long.
And he asked for a refund.
Can I have a refund?
And he said that we deleted all of the information about it on our Instagram.
That's right. I made some terrible accusations against us.
Yeah, and we never deleted anything. And he basically was scared of being scammed.
Yes, he thought we had just sold him a ghost product.
Yeah, and this was prior to it arriving in the States, might I say. So
No one had ever seen
I said to
it.
him, I was like, it's been delayed by the manufacturer, and nobody go on eBay. No one has it in hand.
Yeah.
But he was scared because it was his first time buying it. That does happen.
That's fair enough.
And we just refunded it because
We just said you can have a refund.
Like, class.
Yeah.
We might open that one.
Yeah. I mean, it was kind of like more his loss than it was ours.
Yeah, that's why it's like,
Yeah.
fine, no problem.
So there is a lot of
But I
stuff.
also told him not to be rude to accuse us of anything. I said, pay attention. Yeah, I said, pay attention to our socials because we're obviously going to post. We're going to post on our socials when people get their boxes, have their hits, and tag us. We're going to post it. So I said, pay attention to our socials because at least he thought it was dodgy. He'll see other people have a good experience, and then he might buy something in the future. But
and you said, look, it's no problem, but watch your tone.
Watch your tone and keep an eye on our socials. You're going to see that it's real.
Very good. There is lots of stuff available on soccercardsunited.com if anyone would like to go and have a little peruse.
Our wee little hobby shop.
Yep. What else? Oh yeah, Erling Haaland.
Oof.
Can't
be stopped.
Can't be stopped.
I'll tell you what'll stop him. The World Cup season.
The World Cup will momentarily halt his price trajectory. But his prices are up there.
Very high.
His Bundesliga refractors are, you said, around $4,000 maybe?
Yeah, his Bundesliga, a good indication is PSA 10, number 72 Bundesliga Chrome base card is pushing €1,000.
Wow.
Which is kind of crazy. In the world where base cards aren't it anymore,
yeah,
it's an iconic image. Like, for some reason, that's the fully adopted rookie.
Yeah, everyone loves that.
Even though it's a Dortmund kit, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The Bundesliga Chrome is the adopted one. And yeah, his base PSA 10 is doing about 950, 1,000.
It's great.
Yeah, huge. And they were doing like maybe 300 not too long ago.
Yeah.
So or less. Like they're way up.
The Champions League has definitely helped that Champions League been here, and obviously the fact that the Premier League, everyone had questions about, not everyone, but some people had questions about what's going to happen when he goes to Premier League. Are they going to adapt?
Are they too big, too strong, too physical? Are they sitting deep? They're not giving you all the vibes.
Yeah, but it turns out
he's just really good.
He's really good.
But now people are just criticising him, saying you're in a good team.
Well, he can't win, can he?
No, because of course you're going to be in a good team. You're a good player.
Yeah, how are you going? What?
Like, would he score the way he's scoring if he played for Man United? No, because they don't create chances.
Yes, exactly.
In the same way.
Yeah.
But is he a top quality player? Yeah.
And he's one of those players where, like, you think he can score so many different kinds of goals.
Yeah.
But he's also a poacher. So, like a thing you could try is to cut off City. They hit so many balls across the face of goal.
Yeah.
You can't let them have any space out there. But the problem is, if you double up out there to avoid, then you're leaving space in the middle. So you can you have Silva managed and Cancelo managed and Foden managed and everybody, but then De Bruyne is sitting just outside the box about to ping a through ball.
Yeah.
You know,
clean as you like.
So we'll see what happens.
But like, you have to give him respect at some point. Like he did it at Salzburg in the Champions League.
In the Champions League, which is not easy.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And obviously they're an attacking team, free flowing, so whatever.
Still
did it for Dortmund.
Yeah.
Not easy. Does it for Norway.
Yeah.
Which is not easy. Like, you know.
Yeah.
And he's doing it for City. And to be honest, he's picked his club as well. He's picked what he's doing. He knows exactly what he's doing. And right now, he's settled at a club that's probably going to be a top club
for the foreseeable future.
So
yeah,
he's set.
No, I think that as well. Like he's City is a weird one because you have a chance to. It's a top team, but you have a chance to insert yourself into the history of the team because there are still things that they're chasing.
Yeah.
Do you know, if he can bring them that Champions League,
the first ever Champions League,
then it's like, whoa.
He's in the folklore. Like, I was laughing about that recently because I don't know if I was telling you or maybe my brother, but I was like, City jumped the gun putting statues of David Silva.
Right, yeah.
I think Aguero and Vincent Kompany.
Yeah.
Right? I think I was watching David Silva play and I said they really jumped the gun because I'm like, surely by the standard of what's going on, does De Bruyne not already deserve his own statue? And then by the time De Bruyne gets his statue, is Haaland potentially in the statue? And you know,
how many statues are you going to build?
That's what I'm saying, because they didn't have success, then they suddenly had success. So of course Silva, Kompany, and Aguero
they're the
icons,
first generation,
generation icons.
Yeah.
But if you compare it stat to stat and trophy for trophy, by the time Kevin De Bruyne and Haaland leave, and whoever else, maybe Bernardo Silva or whatever, do they not also deserve?
Yeah, it's interesting.
Do you know?
Yeah, but it's almost like those guys are like they're the first. They're like the old gods. They're like, you know, by the time
everything that came after them, they started.
Yes,
I understand that.
There was nothing, and then there was David Silva.
Yeah, I know, but
yeah.
I think Kevin De Bruyne got 92 Premier League assists, which matches Steven Gerrard's with like 200 games less, or something like that. So he's an unbelievable.
Oh, he's
an unbelievable, amazing player. So like, surely like if I'm Kevin De Bruyne and I retire after doing that, especially if we win Champions League, I'm like, where the fuck's my trophy?
Yeah.
But then it's like City can't just have a full.
Can't give everyone a statue.
That's what I'm saying. They buy so many big players that are obviously going to have a big impact.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they just say, no, those are the old guard, no one else gets a statue. But again, how do you not give Kevin De Bruyne a statue if he wins more Premier Leagues and wins the Champions League? How can you not?
I think the Champions League is the one that...
We'll get them
That's your difference between the statue.
Yeah, if you want a statue.
Yeah. If you want a statue to win the Champions League, because they brought the Premier League.
For the first time.
You're just winning
FA
it
Cup
again.
and whatever, yeah.
It's like if Haaland moved to Real Madrid, won the Champions League. It's like, oh, look, another great player that came to Real Madrid and won the Champions League.
Yeah.
But if he can do it at City, then it's like he transcends...
Easy.
It becomes more than just about the goals.
Yeah. Okay.
You know.
But it's a weird one. It's what happens when your club doesn't really have the
heritage.
heritage.
So yeah, his price is responding well, which is good.
Yeah, yeah.
That fusion is starting to look a good buy finally. That blue-red fusion.
It's beautiful. I'm waiting for a comp. There's 5 of them, 4 other ones apart from ours, PSA 10 in existence.
Yeah.
I really just want to get a comp on it.
And when we were in
But I'm
London,
unsure about selling it. If it was up to a price that I want to sell it at, I would be eager to sell it, but at the same time it's hard to pay. It's hard to
know when.
know when, because I don't think he's going to stop scoring.
Yes.
So it's kind of a weird one.
We were in London that first time at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and we were looking at the Haaland blue-red fusion PSA 10.
Yeah.
And we were looking at an Mbappe.
Father's Day Mbappe.
Father's Day Mbappe. And
They were around a BGS 9 or something.
they were around the same price, I think.
Exactly the same price.
Yeah. And we were going like, oh, having a debate over which one. And we chose Haaland for the reasons of he was going to move in the summer.
It was PSA 10. I
PSA
love that.
10, that's different. Pop was low. It's from finest. It's a fusion. All this stuff.
Yeah.
And it turned out that we were right, because Mbappe has not had his prices.
He never made the move.
Never made the move.
For that point, we thought he would have.
Yeah, we were thinking he's going to probably move to Real Madrid, but he didn't re-sign. And now his prices are, as we're seeing with the autos, which have all, in fairness, flooded the market at the same time.
And they're not all PSA 10 or whatever.
Yeah, because it's like, people say, how can it flood the market with 5 cards? But the market at that high end is very small. You know.
They're going to be interesting to look back on in a couple of years.
Yeah. There could be some very, very shrewd pickups. I heard rumours that somebody's doing a rainbow.
Oh.
There's somebody out there
I didn't hear that.
buying for a rainbow, yeah.
Does he have the 101?
I don't know. But it's somebody. It could be French President Emmanuel Macron.
Could be himself.
Could be Kylian Mbappe himself.
Could be Antoine Griezmann.
Who knows who it is?
Do you know who it could be?
Who?
The witch doctor.
From the...
They might need all of the Mbappes together and they throw in a few herbs and a few
Yeah,
bits.
and a big cauldron. Stirring them
Pogba,
around.
maybe it's Pogba buying them all up.
Could be a...
The witch doctor said, you must get on-card ink autos.
They
You
arrested
must get the full rainbow.
Pogba's brother, Matthias.
Oh.
They arrested him for his part in this blackmail stuff going on.
That's a bit
I think.
fair.
I think that's right.
I heard two, I don't know if we're going to get into this, but both of, I think, Mendy and Greenwood, I think, were both acquitted.
Yeah.
And there's rumours that happened about Mendy, but there's rumours Greenwood will be training with United soon.
Wow.
Potentially. Maybe that's just hopeful football Twitter going, oh, it's going to happen to it. But
Yeah.
bit of that's going to be a weird one.
Yeah. Maybe we've blown the dust off their rookies, their Greenwood rookies.
Yeah, there was a lot of people picking them up now. But like at the
Yeah,
same
yeah.
time, like if he comes back, I can't imagine he'd be welcome back. But with football, I think a few weeks, a few goals.
It's a long time. A few goals is a long time in football.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm almost concerned to watch that happen. And I have some.
We don't want
to
to watch the rehabilitation of Mason Greenwood.
Not really.
But then also, what are we? Who are we? Judge, jury, and executioner?
Oh my god! No, you're right.
I don't know.
I didn't like it. Mendy one was worse. I don't know if you can say one is worse than the other, but
well, I think Mendy was volume.
That's what
It was a volume. He made a volume play.
made a volume play in a big way. No, not good.
Right.
That was terrible.
That wasn't great. But we'll move swiftly on. Chelsea have been looking for a sporting director. And one of the things that their new ownership wants to do, apparently, is to create an ownership group.
Yeah.
And so they were looking at the Red Bull people. And Christoph Freund, who is leaving the job now as Red Bull Salzburg sporting director, is set to work at Chelsea. This is from the Irish Independent. Christoph Freund is expected to be named sporting director at Chelsea. The RB Salzburg administrators thought to have agreed verbal terms on the role that new co-controlling owner Todd Bowley has filed on an interim basis this summer. Freund is thought to have impressed the Blues owners Bowley and Bedad Egbali with his shrewdness, bold ideas and passion. New Chelsea manager Graham Potter was understood to have been asked on his view for his view on Freud before they pressed ahead with the deal. Potter is ready to work with him. With Chelsea, with Potter's recruitment specialist Kyle McCauley heavily involved too. Freund has built a strong bond with many of the RB Salzburg players, and Chelsea's new owners are taught to see that emotional involvement as a good fit alongside Potter's coaching style. They might also recruit a technical director like Monaco's Paul Mitchell. The Blues stars know Potter needs to maximise time on the grass to shape it. Okay, anyway. So it would leave Todd Bowley able to focus on his Chelsea chairmanship and not on recruitment. I wonder how many times Christoph Freund is going to attempt to recruit Cristiano Ronaldo.
I think, he was talking about wanting to have multiple clubs because of the history of Chelsea kind of letting some of their stars go.
Yeah, he said, I'd rather let them go to somewhere I can buy them back.
Yeah, no, not just that. He also said, I want to guarantee they'll get game time. I want to make sure they're being in the same culture that we have at Chelsea.
Yeah.
And he quoted the Salzburg and the Red Bull Leipzig, two of them being in the Champions League as well. That's like his aim, which was nice to hear. That's smart.
He also said that the Chelsea academy was responsible for players like Kevin De Bruyne, who of course they bought from Belgium.
Yeah. And Mo Salah they were talking about. They got from Basel.
Yeah, that's right. So you can do this, of course. It's a classic cherry picking Twitter thing. But Jeff Borzello, who's an ESPN basketball correspondent, but apparently he's a big Chelsea fan, he said when he heard this, I don't know much about Freund, but quick maths shows me that he bought Upamecano, Haidara, Solobzai, Daka, Mbappe, Haaland, Adeyemi, Kamara, Sesko, Aronson and Rasmus Christensen for a combined 45.7 million and sold them for a combined 272 million. So this is a man that has made hundreds of millions on the transfer market. And maybe in this new era of Chelsea, it's not going to be like a Roman Abramovich style. If more money's needed, there'll be more money put in.
Maybe they're trying to set up a sustainable selling club vibe.
Who knows?
But that's obvious. Like the Red Bull, I don't know. Like they didn't exactly sell Haaland for that much, did they?
No. But who knows?
But like in fairness, they're not in the top table.
Yeah, and they're not.
Like if you're Leipzig, for example, if you're in charge of Leipzig and you know your little Austrian Salzburg to the side have just turned you over 200 million.
Yeah.
Whatever you're doing, the Red Bull group are like, things are going fine.
It's going well.
And we're in the Champions League. It's not like Salzburg is in the bin.
They're paying for themselves.
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
But also to kind of give him, he bought it. Like there was a team involved, I would say.
Oh yeah.
Like it's always like your man from Monaco moved over to was it PSG?
From Luis Campos went to PSG. Yeah.
And it's not like he's going to just.
How do you mean?
Do the same thing. Like because when you have money, like when you're Chelsea, you have money. It's harder to buy.
It is harder to buy cheap. Yeah.
You're just buying the Aubameyangs.
Agreed.
Of the world, you know.
Yeah. I saw with PSG. Like one of the mad things was they sold. They bought Vitinha off Porto, who's playing. In fairness, then they bought like Fabian Ruiz off Napoli, who was one of the best midfielders in Serie A. And they bought him, and it's like, what do you need him for? What's the idea with him?
What's the plan?
Why have you got him? You know, they bought Ugo Ekitike from Reims or whatever he was, and it's like he hasn't played at all. He's complaining that he's not playing, but it's like, why'd you buy him? So we could sell him on. You're PSG. You have unlimited money.
Yeah, what are you doing?
What is the idea here?
What's the plan?
And I mean but that is a genuine. We talked about it before on the show. Like that is a problem at the top end of football. What do you do with all these players? Once you put someone on a PSG size contract, you can't really ever get them off it.
That's also why I like the idea of kind of having multiple teams that you can just send them to.
Yes, exactly.
You're getting your game time. You're developing. If you actually are a good player, you'll play for the other team, and we'll get into the Champions League. But at the high end, as we said, the money's brand versus buying and selling players.
Okay.
Flipping players.
Yeah, flipping players like we flip cards.
The cards of them said players.
I saw an interesting article from, or a report I should say, from Sportico. Who I don't know who they are. I'll just check. Seem to be some sort of a
footballing powerhouse, journalistic powerhouse.
Some sort of sports journalistic powerhouse, yeah. Sportico, good name. About us. Oh, it's okay. It's a news and information service for the sports industry. Anyway, here we go. This is a report. The highest played soccer players 2022. Mbappe tops Ronaldo and Messi.
Oh, number one wasn't Mbappe, though, was it? Or was it?
I don't know. We're going to find out.
I seen it.
The top 10 earning players are projected to take home an estimated $625 million during the 22-23 season.
Oy.
With 33% of the total coming from endorsements. The top of the soccer world has been dominated on and off for 15 years by a pair of global icons, Cristiano Ronaldo and Leo Messi. Together they effective 12 Player of the Year awards at the Ballon d'Or. While their respective clubs duelled for league and European titles. It's been lucrative for the two stars who
Wait,
have
the
both
3 years during those 15, who didn't? I know we have Modric,
Benzema
Benzema,
and Kaká.
Okay.
Was it Kaká?
Yeah.
Yeah. Benzema hasn't won it yet, has he?
I thought I seen it, but maybe not.
No, he
Won the best.
must be. He won the best, and they're thinking about him for this one.
Okay. And if you're really paying attention, Lewandowski won one.
Yeah, well, that's what we're supposed to hear. Okay, here we go. I have the table. Right?
I love number 7. That's the one that stuck out to me and made me smile.
Yes. Amazing. So we're going to start at number 10.
Okay.
Work our way down. Number 10.
Work our way up.
Work our way up. This is expected earnings for the total 22-23 season from Sportico. Number 10. Antoine Griezmann, Atletico Madrid. Total earnings $27.5 million, $22 million in salary, $5.5 million in endorsements.
I can't imagine his endorsements being high. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Doing his Fortnite and whatnot he does.
Number 9.
Barca are paying a lot of that, or what? What's going on there?
I think Atletico are playing the whole salary.
Jesus.
I think so, but I'm not sure.
And you can only play him a little bit.
That actually might be shared because I can't really.
I don't know. See, that's what I'm saying. It just seemed a bit weird.
Yeah. Number 9. Kevin De Bruyne.
That's so
$27 million.
29.
$29 million. Making $2 million less than Antoine Griezmann in endorsements.
To be honest, that doesn't sound like it. Sounds like Griezmann should have more.
Yeah, maybe so.
Personality-wise, and whatever, De Bruyne seems like he keeps to himself.
Wow. Raheem Sterling, number 8. $29.4 million. $21.4 in salary. $8 million in endorsements. One of the highest endorsements on the list. Well, not really, but anyway. Number 7 is... Far from it, but anyway. One of the highest single-figure endorsement.
Okay.
Yeah. Single million endorsement. It's a mess. Number 7 is Andres Iniesta at Vissel Kobe in Japan. He's making $30 million a year. Still. People say, oh, look at Modric at 37, Andres Iniesta in Japan. Ha 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 ha, look how far he's fallen.
Modric's not on that list.
He's laughing all the way to the bank. All the way to the Bank of Japan.
I keep looking at Iniesta saying, surely he'll retire next year. And I've been saying that for maybe 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
And now I realise why he's not.
Yes. He's racking up the millions. Making loads of money.
Only 7 million endorsement.
Yeah, I think a lot of that is in Japan as well. Eden Hazard at number 6 on the list.
Oh, that's bad for Real Madrid.
That's bad for Real Madrid. And look at his salary. It's 28.6 million salary. It's unbelievable. If it was just his salary, he'd be 10th on the list. He'd knock Antoine Griezmann out with just the salary alone. That's crazy.
Damn. But he's kind of back. It's kind of so funny. If he can stay fit and play for them, they just suddenly have this incredible player.
Yeah. He's like a new signing. Okay, top 5.
Okay.
Mo Salah on his big, new, juicy contract. Total earnings projected this season, $39.5 million. $15 million of which is endorsements, 24.5 is salary. The Egyptian king.
Doing it.
The Egyptian king earning that Egyptian bling.
That's shocking.
Number 4.
This is so funny. Just from here, looking at the crests.
Yeah.
So funny.
So, 3 of the 4 are PSG players, and see if you can guess at home the order.
Follow along
at home. See if did you win? Did you guess correctly? This is crazy. So bear in mind the total earnings for number 5 on the list is $39.5 million. Right?
That's true.
Number 4 on the list, we jump $50 million to $91 million.
Jesus.
To Neymar.
91 million.
91 million this season.
You wouldn't mind that?
No, you wouldn't mind that. You wouldn't kick that out of the bed. Salary, 56 million. Endorsements, 35 million.
56 million a year salary.
Yeah, that's salary.
Paying an individual 56 million a year.
Crazy stuff.
And we see why, but
that's almost what you're on at Soccer United.
someday.
Number 3, Leo Messi, 110 million. We're into the hundreds now.
Wow.
And look at Messi, 62 million in salary, but 48 million in endorsements. This is a man who has that Pepsi money.
Oh my God.
Who has that? I don't know what else he endorses. Adidas. He'd do Adidas.
He does lots of shit.
Yeah. Then it's number 2 is Manchester United with Cristiano Ronaldo, who's earning $113 million a year. 60 million is endorsements, 53 million is salary. Is Cristiano the first one on the list?
Yeah.
Whose endorsements are bigger than salary? Wow.
60 million endorsements. That's mad.
That's mad. His endorsements alone would put him 5th on the list. And then number 1...
And those can't even be fully accurate.
No.
There's more
than that.
Yeah.
More where that came from. That's not even including investments.
Yeah, no, but I'm talking about just endorsements.
Yeah,
there must be more than that.
And then number 1 on the list is Kylian Mbappe, who is earning this season, projected to earn $125 million.
At like 23.
At 23 years of age.
His
salary is $105 million.
Yeah, so it's not all it. And he's been working on the endorsements this year, we know.
Yeah. How much of that 20 million in endorsements is Panini with that autograph deal?
No idea.
I'd say it's about 18 million.
No idea.
I have no idea either. But he's had partnerships with Panini.
So rare.
Tops. All this stuff. And he does lots of other stuff as well. I think he had an interview in the New York Times
GQ.
or the Wall Street Journal, GQ.
Something like that, yeah.
So...
But he's so young, like he's the youngest person on the list, I think.
Yeah. He is, by a few years.
Yeah, by a good few years.
Yeah.
And he's number 1. He's racking it up. That's why he has such a big head.
Yeah. Because he's on twice the money Neymar's on. Salary-wise. It's incredible. There's some information kind of on stuff here. In 2017, PSG bet on the then 18-year-old forward with a massive €180 million transfer fee to secure his rights from Monaco. His profile soared the following year when he helped France to win the World Cup and became just the second teenager after Pelé to score in a World Cup final. And of course had a very great 2018 Prism card. They failed to mention that here.
They should have mentioned that.
He has been the top goal scorer in France League on past 4 seasons, Farmers League. And after flirting with a move to Real Madrid for nearly a year, Mbappe re-signed with PSG through to May 2025. Mbappe's potential departure hit the highest reach of the nation, with French President Emmanuel Macron intervening. According to Mbappe, Macron said, "I don't want you to leave now. You're so important for the country." And Mbappe said, "Of course, when the president says that to you, it counts." In addition to his PSG earnings, Sportico estimates Mbappe will earn $20 million this season from his sponsors, which include Nike, Menu, Hublot, Electronic Arts, Christian Dior and Oakley. The latest addition to his endorsement stable is So Rare. He'll be an investor and an ambassador in the NFT's fantasy sports platform, and also a Panini deal.
Yeah,
they don't mention that.
Can you believe it?
Just like fellow global megastars LeBron James and Steph Curry, Mbappe launched his own production company, and in June he signed with WME Sports and started Zebra Valley to make scripted, non-scripted and animated content. We'll make content for you, Kylian. Come on, call the guys. Yeah, wow.
Crazy.
Yeah, Ronaldo has largely been a role player so far this season for Man United, with just 1 start in 6 matches. Yet his off-the-field earnings are still tops in the game, fueled in part by the exposure he gives brands through his social media accounts, which includes 475 million Instagram followers, more than anyone else on the planet. Nike is Ronaldo's most valuable endorsement partner. Others include Herbalife, LiveScore, Altice, Talabat, Terabody and eCampus. In June, cryptocurrency exchange Binance announced a multi-year agreement with the 5-time Ballon d'Or winner to create a series of NFT collections for sale on the platform.
Oh
wow. That's a nice visualization there.
I love that,
yeah. I'd recommend doing this. For having a look at this article. It's very interesting.
23, Jesus.
Yes.
What a man. That's his thing. He knows he could move to Real Madrid at 26 if he wants to.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Like, they signed Hazard at what age, you know?
Mm.
So, and obviously they're angry at him and all this. You're not the Mbappe that I wanted.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, we don't want you.
But like they said, did it say they took a risk buying him in 2017?
Who?
And that Mbappe.
Yeah, they took a risk because it was a €200 million deal.
Okay, fair.
Yeah,
but like at the time, it was like
at the time €200 million was
Yeah, it was more. No, still, yeah, for a 17, 18-year-old,
Yeah.
I thought that is a bit mad. But at the same time, everyone...
No one knew he was going to have the World Cup he was going to have.
But I could have sworn they signed him after that, but obviously
No, he
I'm
was
wrong.
already a PSG player. Here's an interesting one.
That's actually interesting in terms of rookies and stuff.
The 10 highest soccer players will earn an estimated 625 million before taxes, right? They hail from eight different clubs and were born in 8 different countries. The salary numbers at the top of the table are eye-popping, but there's a huge drop-off after the first 4 players. The big 4 are the only players expected to make $30 million in salary. Compare that to the NBA, where more than 40 players are going to hit that mark this season.
Whoa.
So there are 4. Messi, Mbappe, Ronaldo and Neymar make more than $30 million in salary in soccer. There are 40 NBA players that are going to make that this season.
That's crazy.
What does that tell us? I have no idea what even...
Yeah, no, that's weird, isn't
That
it?
feels like it feels completely parallel to the hobby.
Yeah, no, it is.
But that's mental.
Like, what's the main reason?
Well, like, it's like... Why are we trapped? Why is soccer so spread out? And... Like, why are there so many basketball players who have great prices in the hobby and so few soccer players that do?
And is it the same reason?
And is it the same reason? Is
Could
something
be.
going on?
Could be. That's crazy. I didn't know that to be true.
Yeah.
Shout out to the United States of America. They got their shit together.
Yeah, maybe basketball players' careers could be shorter.
Yeah, but that's not necessarily...
So they might have the same lifetime earnings.
Yeah, but like, you'd still assume... But I don't know how many people watch basketball, but like more people watch soccer.
Yeah. But our basketball... I suppose the NBA, there's only however many NBA teams there are. So all that money is shared
Yeah, and to less people.
to less people.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we get it.
It checks out.
We get it, basketball. Okay. Do you want to talk about some results from Europe? Or do you want to call it a day?
I can't remember what happened.
Well, just quickly,
I know Messi scored an incredible goal. Him and Neymar
Yeah.
linking up. PSG won 1-0. Milan lost to Napoli. Juve lost to Real Madrid.
Yeah. I'm just going to quickly...
The last 2 weeks after saying we do a good football podcast, we fell off.
Just nightmare stuff. Nightmare performances most. Yeah. Oh, Tottenham. Do you see Heung-min Son scoring his hat-trick?
Oh, he was angry that he wasn't starting, so
Yes.
he just became really good again.
Conte is going to just be like so convinced of his own genius because he dropped Heung-min Son for one game. Sonny came on, scored a hat-trick and said, "You never drop me again."
Monza beat...
Monza beat Juve. Juve, alarm bells ringing at Juve.
listen. See, like, Milan lost, but so did everyone else.
Yeah.
So I was happy.
I think it was the first weekend that Milan, Juve, and Inter and Roma all lost since like 1955.
Yeah, it was a weird one.
It's crazy.
Very
Bayern lost against Augsburg in the Bundesliga.
Did you see the fallout in that game?
Which?
At the very end of the game, Neuer got a header that was like a bullet header going straight in. The keeper saved it.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, Gigovitz was really, really good. I happened to see Augsburg the week before against Werder Bremen when they also should have lost and didn't.
Well,
So they're riding their luck a little bit, but Bayern Munich are in trouble.
yeah, the whole Bundesliga is in some state at the minute.
Yeah.
The table of is
Union Berlin are winning.
if Haaland had stayed at Dortmund, they could have been top of the chops.
No, they never could have.
They'll never do it.
No, never do it. Union Berlin are top of the table, being led by Jordan Pifok, the USMNT striker who isn't called up for these round of internationals.
Nice.
Very
Someone showed it. There was like a graphic of the strength and depth in every position of the US men's national
Yeah.
team, but it was like you just have a lot of players in those positions. Like, you still cannot tell me your best 11.
Yes.
That's not strength and depth.
There's no hierarchy.
There's no you have a lot of options,
Yeah,
but that's not necessarily a good thing.
that's interesting. Edison Cavani made his Valencia debut at the weekend. That was interesting. Barcelona won 3-0. Lewandowski scored again.
Can't stop, won't stop. It was real sad to see some of the games postponed in England.
That was sad.
But
That was the saddest thing that happened this weekend in England. Arsenal
international break now.
tested against Brentford, where they lost last season.
Hmm.
Bam! Oh, I completely forgot we had to talk about this. The youngest
Oh,
ever
yeah.
Premier League player.
Yeah, I see.
What are we doing?
We're talking shite.
We're talking shite. This fella, he's 15 years of age.
Yeah.
Ethan Nwaneri, 15 years of age,
Getting a bit of game time.
getting a big game in the Premier League.
The youngest ever.
3-0 up.
Do you know who the youngest were prior to that? I think I think Harvey Elliott had the record.
Yes,
I can't remember the rest.
that was for Fulham, was it? Yes, because he had the
Oh yeah, classic tops now.
tops now. I think.
We could have made his debut for Liverpool or so. I don't know.
No, I think it was Fulham, but I'm not exactly sure. But it's annoying because we can't get a tops now for this fella.
Yeah, I know.
But then I was also thinking
He's not necessarily good.
he's not necessarily good. Well, he must be good.
Yeah, he's good, but
Well, he must be. He's 15. He's playing the Premier League.
yeah, but that doesn't really mean. I mean, it's a lot, but it doesn't.
But
mean
how many 15-year-olds do Arsenal have? Loads. Somebody said
every
when
club has lots of 15-year-olds.
Somebody said when you look in his eyes, you know he's ready.
When he was standing to come on the pitch, he didn't look nervous.
No.
Which was a bit scary.
Yes.
Yeah.
Players are different now.
They keep getting younger.
Young players are very different now. They used to look, when you saw a 15-year-old on the sidelines, he'd be skinny,
sweaty.
looks like he's wearing his dad's jersey.
Yeah, he's terrified at
He's
passing the ball.
terrified. Yeah. He's going to get absolutely clattered in a minute.
Like Mukoku's 17 and he's running
Yeah.
around like he's a nut job.
Yeah.
You know,
It's crazy.
This fella came on, not a bother to him.
So, we wish him the best of luck in the rest of his career in school with his exams next year or the year
Do
after.
you think it's just going to keep getting? There must be an age limit of when you can play?
I think there is. There's a cut-off. You have to
Because in
be...
Spain, there was a 15-year-old last year, wasn't there?
yeah, or the year before, Luca Romero.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very strange. Very strange stuff. But if they're good enough, they're old enough.
No, that's true.
That's what they say. Fabio Vieira also scored on his first start for Arsenal in the Premier League.
Arsenal just in general looking very good this
Look
year.
very good. Everton beat West Ham. PSG beat Lyon.
That Messi goal was so nice.
Union won. Lazio won. Udinese beat Inter Milan.
I'm
Collapse.
starting to see a lot of other people saying that Messi has been saving himself for the World Cup and he's trying to peak in November, which I have been.
You've been
When
saying
everyone
that.
last year was like, he's just not adapting to France. He's real bad now. And da-da-da-da-da. I was like, oh yeah. And now everyone else, all the big major news outlets, Jason,
Yeah.
would you believe,
I
have made the same
I completely
observation.
believe it. Wow. Wonder where they got that observation from.
Listen.
I wonder where they got it from. Yeah, so there we go. That's more or less Soccer Cards United.
Okay.
We're back on Thursday for episode 107.
We are going to be in Copenhagen then for the weekend.
Yep.
I'm like, so
If you have any Copenhagen recommendations,
I have a few.
I know you have some, but if the
No, I want a new
listenership-
experience. I don't want to relive the same experience.
you don't want to
again.
retread old ground.
I've done it. I don't want to see the Little Mermaid, Jason.
Yes. So if you have any non-Little Mermaid Copenhagen recommendations, send them in.
Shoot them over.
Maybe on Thursday we should do like an old style listener
Q&A.
Q&A.
Maybe about Copenhagen.
What about any number of things? That could be good. Because it's international break.
Oh, that's true. You're not wrong.
Right, Thursday's going to be a Q&A,
A PCU without being called a
PCU without being a PCU. So watch out on our socials because I'm going to put out a call for questions and such things like
But are we
that.
not recording that before Thursday?
I'll put it out tomorrow.
Okay.
All right. See yous.